KPEG. Live from La Playa, it's Saturday night. Greetings and welcome to the KPEG Game of the Week. Tonight it's Game 2 of our weekend doubleheader as the Lompoc Braves head south to take on the Santa Barbara Dons. This is Greg Ratcliffe broadcasting live from beautiful La Playa Stadium in Santa Barbara, where the 5-2 Braves are set to go up against the 4-3 Dons in another crucial Channel League contest. The Braves bring a 3-game win streak to the field tonight. Their latest win, a convincing 42-21 victory over Dos Pueblos last Friday. The Dons come in on the other side of that coin, having lost 28-10 to San Ynez a week ago. So, a victory by the Braves tonight would put them in great position with only 2 games to play, while the Dons look for the upset win to keep their championship hopes alive. I recently had the opportunity to speak with Braves head coach Andrew Jones. We talked about last week's victory and his thoughts about tonight's contest. Here's what Coach had to say.
Well, I'm here with head coach Andrew Jones. Coach, you took care of business last week, knocking off Dos Pueblos 42-21. An impressive win, but the Chargers made a game of it for 3 quarters.
The DP's a good team. They're well coached. We had every opportunity to put them away early and just didn't take advantage of it. I think if we complete those passes on those 2 possessions, we had to punt, and we punched that ball in when DeLuna got the turnover, it would be a long night for them. We battled through that early adversity. They were fortunate to only be down 14-7 at half. We kept fighting and got some stops when we needed to, and we pulled it out.
Well, you outscored them 21-0 in that final quarter. What was the difference there?
We finally got some stops, and it wasn't like, I don't think it was like a scheme thing. It was just a couple missed tackles, misalignments. We only had a few adjustments versus that wing counter game, and we stuffed them early. They made some adjustments on the blocking. One guy out of the wrong gap, it really burned you, and they took advantage of it.
Well, that win puts you at 5-2 on the year and in first place in the Channel League. That's a good place to be, but there's still some work to be done. In what areas do you think your team needs to improve over these last regular season games?
Everywhere. Offensively, we've got to complete a few passes. I think during my career, if we've been able to get 7 or 8 yards of carry, we just kept going with it. But when we did mix in the pass, knowing that it was going to be wide open, we've always been able to make those plays. So we've got to improve there. Special teams just got to continue to work on it, continue to improve on it, try to play as best as we can, special teams wise. And then obviously defensively this week, it's a complete 180. They're about 70% pass. DP was about 80% run. So we're flipping it around, and now we got to defend the pass. So we've been working on it all week, and I think Coach Davis has a great plan. I think we have the guys to do it. San Ynez proved they could do it. So we got to come out. It's a league championship atmosphere, and we got to go make it happen.
Well, that's right. You've got Santa Barbara this week. Saturday night game at La Playa. That's always fun. The Dons are 4-3 overall and 1 game back in league play. What special challenges do they bring to the field?
Their quarterback, I think he sticks out more than anybody. We went against him last year. He's a dual-threat kid, very mobile, very nimble, makes guys miss, and he's an accurate guy that makes the checks at the line of scrimmage, tries to put his team in the best position to be successful. And he's got 4 guys that he can throw to at any time. We got to be able to get pressure somehow, some way, and when he gets flushed out of there, we've got to bring him down. A lot of his damage is done on the run, whether it's scrambling and running or scrambling and making a great play. So their offense keeps him in all their games, and we got to get some stops. And if our offense starts to struggle, then I think we can be in trouble.
Well, with only 2 games remaining after this one, a win this week would put you in great position for a playoff spot, maybe a Channel League championship. How's the focus? Are the guys in?
I think we've had a better week of practice. Obviously, a longer, the extra day of prep. I think our guys, they know what's at stake. I shouldn't have to explain to them what's on the line if they can't get up for a championship game. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Well, speaking of what's wrong, let's check the injury report. How's everybody doing?
I think we're okay. I just got a couple nicks. Romeo's been banged up in practice, but he'll play. Our kickers have been banged up, but I think Alex will be a go. Aldo, probably another week. He's got a torn quad. Obviously Ryan's out, and definitely.
All right, Coach. Well, as always, thanks for the time, and best of luck against the Dons.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Back live now from La Playa Stadium. I am joined by the Statmeister himself, Mike Loney. Mike, it's always a pleasure to be here at this venue. All we need now is a win to go along with the view. What do the Dons bring to the table tonight, and how do they stack up against the Braves?
Well, with high school football, you never really know, but according to the numbers, they don't stack up terribly well. Although they do have some inspiration here. They can get back into the Channel League race. A win by the Dons tonight would throw the whole thing into a mess, as you would have 4 teams at 2-1, 5-3 overall. So who comes out of that scrum, nobody would know. However, that appears unlikely. Lompoc comes in ranked 1200th in the U.S., 114th in California, 56th in Southern Section, and 7 out of the 19 teams in Southern Section Division 3. Santa Barbara's 4,255 in the nation, 324th in California, 137 in Southern Section, and 12th out of the 24 teams in Division 7. So the numbers do not look good. They do have a couple things going for them. Their best player, Frankie Gambardella, quarterback, dual threat, is apparently healthy again and will be playing. So you want to keep an eye on Frankie. You also want to look at a couple other guys.
He's got some players he can throw to as well.
Yeah, Dakota Hill, Moki Nicario, 1 and 2 respectively, are a couple receivers. Phil Luce is a receiver who's done some damage. Running the ball, you want to look at Jeremiah Phillips and Justin Perez. Perez is wearing number 28. He's only a sophomore, and so they expect some pretty good things from him. And they do have a decent kicking game led by Jose Lopez, number 23.
But primarily, you're going to see the Dons put the ball in the air tonight, I would think. Is that correct?
They put it in the air an awful lot. They try to hit mostly the short and medium stuff and then turn it into something larger. You can expect to see some screens, some quick outs, quick ins, a few tricky dipsy-do kind of plays, and
the Brave secondary should be busy this evening. Is that what we think?
Yeah, and then when they get you looking up close to the line, they try and pop one over your head. So,
well, we are about to get underway here at La Playa Stadium tonight. The Braves will be receiving the opening kickoff. To start things off, we should mention we have a special guest in the box with us tonight. Rich Graysick is on hand. Woohoo! Thanks, Rich, for taking the trip and giving us a hand tonight. So, here we go. In the most beautiful venue on the Central Coast. The kick is in the air, angling to the far sideline, and will bounce at about the 3. Fielded there
by one of the up men, and he's hit immediately. That was...
And pushed back and tackled it around, probably giving him forward progress to about the 7 is all.
You know, that was if you could hit that onto a green, Greg, you'd be happy for weeks.
That was a nice wedge right there. So the Braves will take possession, but they will start it in their own territory, deep towards their end zone, back on the 9, it looks like they'll put it. 1st and 10 Braves from there, just underway here from La Playa Stadium tonight.
11:56 on the clock. And the Braves come out in a fairly tight formation.
Gary Barron will start from the shotgun tonight. 1 man in motion.
The lone guy on the outside is Galindo.
Gary Barron takes the handoff, keeps it himself, and finds some room off of left tackle across the 15 to about the 18-yard line.
I think he's got the first down, and he does.
Oh, my goodness. 10-yard run for Iribarren to start things off. First down, Braves. That's a good way to play it.
You know, when your plays to first down ratio is 1-to-1, that's usually pretty good.
And 10 yards a clip will help too.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 10 Braves from the 18. One receiver, wide right. Handoff. That ought to be... Who's that?
Okay. Number 25. 29 for the Braves.
We have a jersey number that we are not familiar with. That, you know, it looks like Coleman. I think that's
Levon Coleman wearing number 29. It seems like it.
Yeah, how about Leandre? Yeah.
Well, they look alike.
I'm going to say that's Leandre Coleman wearing a different jersey number.
Yeah.
And he will carry the ball up to the 25-yard line. The first one was for a gain of 3. This one will give him about 3 more.
Maybe 4.
Ball now at the 25-yard line. It's 3rd down and 3 for the Braves. Maybe the number 1 jersey was in the laundry, I guess.
Yeah. Didn't make the trip.
Yeah. High formation. Uribarren under center.
Oh, what a block.
Coleman cuts it left, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and stumbles forward close to the 40-yard line down at the 39.
I'm not sure who that was. It may have been Jacob Beachy, but somebody just threw an ISO block on the left side. It was a thing of wonder.
That'll move the chains for the Braves. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. 2 minutes into the game, no score here in the first possession of the night for the Braves. Slight breeze here at Lompoc Valley this evening on an otherwise beautiful night on the beach. 2 receivers wide right. Uribarren fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and he's going to get tackled by the ankles in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, that looked like number 49, 45,
47?
Something like that.
One of those 40s.
Yeah, I think it was 45. John Valencia, I think.
This is a beautiful venue, but the press box is way high off the field. So.
Loss of a couple, anyway.
2nd down and 12. 1 receiver wide left. Uribarren from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Coleman, keeps it himself, finds some nice room up the middle.
Very close to a first down, but I think we'll be about half a yard short.
Let's see where they blow the whistle. The pile was still moving. He's across the 45, close to the 48. I think he's going to come up a little bit short.
They're looking at it. It's about the length of a football and a half.
3rd and a short yard for the Braves from their own 48-yard line. Full house backfield. Coleman finds some room on the outside, gets the edge, and gets it across midfield and down to the 48.
He was looking to break a tackle and go, but couldn't quite shake the guy off his ankle and stumbled down.
Enough to get the first down, however. Tackle by Valencia.
8:14 to go. Clock running.
Full house again for the Braves. Quick pitch out to the far side. That's Tenorio. He'll get inside the 45 down to about the 42. Gain of about 7 for the Braves. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Nice ball control possession for the Braves here to start things off. This is old school Braves, Mike.
Yeah.
2 receivers left, 1 wide, 1 in the slot. Now a man in motion. That's Schumer. Reverses direction. Fake the handoff to him. Uribarren will get tripped up in the backfield again before he can get his momentum going.
Lost a yard.
Valencia again on the stop. He's been in the backfield a lot for the Dons tonight. Somebody better put a body on him. Lost back to the 44. It'll be a 3rd down.
5.
3rd and 5 now for the Braves.
Rapidly approaching the halfway point of this first quarter.
This thing is moving right along. The Braves have had the ball the entire game so far. Schumer on the sweep.
Makes a cut.
Gets a couple, maybe.
One,
maybe two. Down to the 44. It'll be 4th down for the Braves. 4th and 4. Put it at the 43. They need to get down to the 39. Decision time for the Braves. In that precarious area of the field.
Yeah.
And the Braves offense will stay out.
No hesitation to go 3 wide right, 1 wide left.
Here, Barron from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Keeper. And he's going to get met by 3 green jerseys. He's going to come up a couple of yards shy of the first.
Yeah, picked up a couple, but that's not enough.
So the Braves go for it on 4th down and come up short. And all of a sudden, the Dons will get the ball on downs.
With 5:58 on the clock.
So the Braves chewed up half of the first quarter, come up empty, and that'll be Santa Barbara's turn. 1st and 10 at their own 41. Now let's see this well-talked-about Santa Barbara pass attack. They'll come out 5 wides, 3 left, 2 up top. Empty backfield. Looking to throw. Now has to roll right. Throws on the move. Complete at midfield and down right after the catch. Pickup of about 9.
And actually, interestingly enough, that was Deacon Hill at quarterback for 10. So I'm not sure what happened to Frankie, but he wasn't out there.
2nd and short.
Pickup of a little over 9.
9.5 there. Again, 5 wides. 1 step forward. Quick throw screen out here to the near side. Complete to number 7 and knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's Frank Gambardella on the catch.
So they stuck Frankie out to catch passes instead, I guess.
Okay, there you go.
Figured he's more dangerous. And the ball's up to Lompoc 41 with 5:19.
1st down, Dons. Still in the 5 wide package.
3 to the wide side, 2 to the short side.
Pass complete out here to the left flat. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. It's fighting his way down to the 30-yard line. That was Dakota Hill on the catch.
One of their more dangerous players.
Well, I can see why. Good hands on that catch and some nice yards afterwards, after contact as well. Moving the chains again for Santa Barbara. It's now 1st and 10 at the Brave 30. Clock running. Under 5 minutes remaining here in a fast-moving first quarter. 3 wides to the top this time. 2 left.
Braves showed blitz, then backed out of it, and Santa Barbara was adjusted a couple times.
Quick pass out to the right, complete. That's Frankie again to the 25.
Nice tackle. He had some room to run if he gotten away from that one.
I think that was Dominguez on the stop for the Braves.
Pick up a 5.
Indeed it was. 5 yards to the 25. 2nd and 5 for Santa Barbara. Two receivers to the short side of the field. The ball on the far hash mark. 3 wide here to the left.
Braves showing blitz again. And then step out of
Now
it.
they'll back out. 3 down linemen for the Braves. Going for the end zone. This one will be incomplete about the 5-yard line. Gambardella, the intended receiver.
Galendo on the coverage.
So the first incompletion of the night for the Dons after several consecutive. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
First down the Dons have faced.
And that stopped the clock as well at 3:52 for the first time tonight as well.
Mm-hmm.
This quarter is almost gone. Don's shuffling their personnel, and now some major confusion on who's supposed to be where, so Santa Barbara will call a timeout.
And they did have a back in the backfield that time. So.
Maybe that was what was confusing them. 3:52 left on the clock here in the first quarter. No score from La Playa Stadium. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
And on KTNK, 1410 AM on the Braves Radio Network.
Don't forget, we're also streaming live at kpegradio.com. Tell your friends and family who are outside of our listening area, they too can listen to Braves football right here with us on KPEG Radio, 100.9 KPEG and kpegradio.com.
And you can also listen to archive versions of the broadcast on the City of Lompoc YouTube channel.
If you just can't get enough of us, you can find us archives on the City of Lompoc YouTube page. So, Mike, this is about what we expected to see from Santa Barbara, and so far they're executing quite well.
Yeah. Well, the one they didn't hit was the attempt to go deep after they dink and dunk for a while.
So here we are at 3rd and 5. They do have a back in the backfield, 3 receivers left, 1 up top. Fake the handoff. Throw is incomplete at the 21. Had he caught it, he would have been a yard short of a first down anyway.
Yeah, he was open, but the ball was thrown short. That was number 24 for the Dons, Jacob Forney. And he had the ball get to him on a one hop, and he tried to go down and field it. But
well, that brings up 4th down and 5, and decision time for the Dons. And the offense is still on the field. And they will go for it on 4th down.
At least they'll line up like they're going for it. You've seen.
Passing. Under pressure. Flag down in the backfield. Throw is complete at the 15 and knocked down immediately by Schumer. And that's going to draw a flag. So we got a flag in the backfield. A flag in the secondary. And we'll see how it all sorts out. We know what the Schumer penalty is going to be, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That'll be the old defenseless receiver thing.
Mm-hmm. And that was right at the 10.
And we'll have an official holding. Holding against the Dons. And the hit we talked about in the secondary, so these were offset. And that play never happened. Could have sworn I actually saw it happen, but I guess it didn't. So repeat 4th down. It's still 4th and 5. And we'll try this again. No harm, no foul, I guess. 3 receivers left, 1 right.
See if they come back with the same play.
A little better protection this time. Now it's breaking down. And there's the sack back at the 29. Guess who?
Yeah, number 54.
Juan DeLuna there to drag him down.
Yeah. We may be past sunset, but the moon is still working it.
So with that, the Dons will turn it over just like the Braves did. Turnabout fair play, returning the favor, however you want to say it.
3:32 remaining here in the first quarter, and we are on the 3rd possession of the game.
Braves first down at their own 30. Uribarren fakes the handoff, rolls left, throws on the run. That's going to be complete to Cullen Ranney.
Flag down in the backfield, however.
Play good out to the 39. I don't like the location of that flag, though. I think that's got holding written all over it, actually. But we shall see.
Yeah, well, Lompoc's moving back, so that's...
No official word yet, but generally when you see a flag in that area, you're going to see a hold.
It's
there
going
it
to
is.
be a big one, too, because they're moving it all the way back to the 16, 17?
17, you're right. Good news is it's still first down, but now it's first down and 23. from the 17. That's not good.
Yeah.
No score here in the first quarter. 3:25 left. Fakes the handoff. Uribaran keeps it himself. Gets across the 20 to the... Still on his feet out to the 25. Thought he was down at the 21.
Yeah, got out to the 26.
Just about to call him down, and he decided he wasn't finished yet. All the way out to the 26-yard line. That'll get some of that penalty yardage back.
Nice 9-yard pickup.
Official timeout on the field stops the clock with 2:59 remaining. And when we get back, we will have a second down and about 14.
Yeah.
Timeout is for an injured Brave on the far sideline. Team is huddled around over there. We can't see who that is. But whoever it was sitting up from last we saw, which is always a good thing. Just under 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. A scoreless first quarter. At La Playa Stadium. Greg Ratcliffe, Mike Loney, Judy Baker back at the studio. Rich Graysick spotting for us tonight.
Yeah. At this rate, we may be home by 9, right?
Mm-hmm. Might be home for dinner. Okay, so the injured player has made his way off to the sideline. That's a good thing. And the Braves are looking at second down and about 14.
Standard I formation.
And I got a feeling I know who that injured player was, because Cameron Uribaran did not take that snap.
But Yvonne Coleman, or Leandre Coleman did, and picked up back to the original line of scrimmage at the 30.
So it's third down, 3rd and 10 for the Braves at their own 30-yard line. Clock running, approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Did that came back in here?
I'm trying to see. Yes,
it is.
That's good to see. Uribaran back under center. Coleman.
Nice delay over to the left side.
Little stiff arm to get around the corner and gets across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Will be short of a first by about 3 yards on 4th down. No.
4th down coming up.
So at 4th and 3, the Braves look like they're going to punt this one away.
And who have they got back there to do the punting?
Presumably Alex Gonzalez, but he's been a little banged up. We'll try and see a number here if we can. A flag coming in before the snap, however. One from either side.
Dons have double safeties. And
get this sorted out.
Illegal substitution on the Dons, and that will be a first down.
Oh, my gosh. What a costly penalty that is. That'll send the punt team back to the sideline and bring the offense back out. And that's got to drive the Santa Barbara coaching staff nuts.
1:24 remaining in the quarter.
And clock running. So the Braves got a free 5 yards and a first down to go along with it.
And hopefully we do not have a repeat of Flag Fest 2018 like we had last night.
Mm-hmm. Quick pass to Schumer, complete out to the far side. You get run out of bounds around the 47. Pickup of about 5. Yeah, we'll call it 4. 2nd and 6 from the 46. Just over 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. Little field position battle going on tonight at La Playa.
Braves have 2 wide to the top.
Takes the handoff, throws over the top to Rennie, and overshoots him incomplete.
And he was open at about the 40-yard line of the Dons and had some running room. Just a little bit high.
Just missed him. Stops the clock with 58 seconds remaining in the quarter and brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Braves. Those are the types of inconsistencies we've seen in the Braves passing game over the course of the season. Sometimes they're on the mark, and sometimes they're just not. Here, Barron fakes the handoff, keeps it himself again.
Be real close to the first down, but he's short.
Across midfield, bound to the Santa Barbara 49, be about a yard shy of a first. 4th and 1, and the Braves will line up quickly. Here, Barron from the shotgun. Coleman behind him, trying to draw him off sides with a hard count. We've seen that work a couple of times this year, not this one.
And the timeout.
And the Braves will take timeout with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. You are listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Rich is over there. Judy's back home. We're glad you're with us. Thanks for joining us tonight for the Game of the Week, version 2.0 this weekend. Cabrillo last night, Lompoc tonight. 2 more games remaining in the regular season. We will be back home next Friday as San Marcos comes to town to visit the Lompoc Braves. Then 1 week from there, the 26th of October, the annual big game. Cabrillo versus Lompoc. Lompoc the home team this year. This one tonight, however, pretty important as far as the Channel League standings are concerned.
Yeah.
What a wrench it would throw in the works if the Dons could pull out a win tonight.
Yeah, like I said, 4 teams at 2-1 and 5-3.
5-3. Yep.
And then it would depend on a bunch of folks in L.A. who've never heard of any of this.
Braves going for it on 4th and 1, full house backfield.
Scenario in motion.
Coleman, the ball carrier. I don't know. He went up the middle and got stuffed. Let's see where
close.
They spot it.
He's real close.
This is going to be really close.
The players are...
Lompoc says they've got it. Santa Barbara says they don't.
Yeah.
It's the only of the officials that count.
And I think we may have a measurement here. He's eyeballing it very carefully. It's over on the chain gang side of the field, and he's going to call timeout and say, let's bring him out.
Official timeout. Bring out the chains with 11 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. The ball way over on the other side of the far hash mark, so the chains only have to come about 15 feet. And we shall have a very close measurement here. We're, of course, screened by the officials, so we'll have to wait for the signal. And taking some time, they may have to bring out the index card. Short. They came up short. And the Dons will take over on downs. So we've had 3 possessions tonight here in the first quarter. All 3 resulted in a turnover on downs.
Don't see that very often.
Matter of fact, I don't remember ever seeing that. Now that you mention it.
Ball is at the Dons 49.
11 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 3 receivers up top, 1 here to the near side. They do have a running back. 1 man in motion. And they will actually run the ball.
Kind of.
Sort of. Right tackle, across the 50, down to about the Brave 49. And I'm waiting for them to tell me so, but that should bring us to the end of the fourth quarter. The first quarter, not the fourth.
Yeah, we will hopefully.
Yeah, I know this is a fast-moving quarter, but not quite that fast.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. 1 quarter complete, 12 minutes done here at La Playa Stadium, and we are scoreless. Lompoc nothing, Santa Barbara nothing. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
Well, Mike, a defensive struggle so far this evening.
Mm-hmm. And long jaunt for the officials moving the ball. They had to go from one hash mark to the other. Although I have seen one time when it was right in the middle of the field, the guy reached down, picked it up, set it right back down on the same spot, and turned it around.
Turned it around. And,
yeah,
okay. But it's the easy way to go. It's the life of leisure.
So far, this is kind of like an old-style heavyweight match where everybody's kind of jabbing and jarring and trying to feel each other out early. And haven't seen a lot of real haymakers yet. But
going to be an interesting one. The Braves in their traveling whites, by the way, and their blue helmets. Santa Barbara in their green uniforms with the gold helmets and numerals.
Mm-hmm. They are hoping to assume the Golden Hurricane guys later in the year. They have a possibility of it.
Santa Barbara now going from left to right on your radio dial. Fakes the handoff. Throws out in the left flat, complete. Breaks a tackle. Sprinting towards the far sideline and gets tackled inside the 20 at about the 18.
Got run down from behind. And,
I believe that was Gambardella on the catch.
I guess that was Tenorio that caught up with him. First down for the Dons.
Santa Barbara with a first down at the Brave 18. 3 receivers right, 1 up top. Handoff, stumbles forward for...
That was number 28. Basically got to the line of scrimmage.
Justin Perez.
Yeah.
Fell forward to get back to the line. Matter of fact, he didn't quite get there. Call of a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Ball now at the 19.
Second running play for the Dons, and they now have a total of 0 yards.
Maybe that's why they pass the ball so much.
Yep.
Same formation. 1 left, 3 right. 2nd and 11. Santa Barbara threatening here in a scoreless game here in the second quarter.
And we have another timeout.
A whole lot of confusion going on down here, and I think we got a Don's timeout. Yep, a delay of game called against Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
So that will move the ball back to the 24-yard line. Still second down. But now, second down and 16? Something like that.
10:48 left in the half.
Figure they'll probably have a play figured out by now.
There you go.
3 right, 1 left. Quarterback rolling. Stops. Now it reverses angle. Good protection. Breaking down now. Picks up another block. Looking for someone in the end zone. This one is thrown. Knocked away. Incomplete.
Scramble drill and no flags.
Who was that on defense? Is that Schumer?
That was, might have been.
Knocked away right there at the goal line for an incomplete pass. Bring up 3rd down and 16. That was Schumer on the defense for Braves.
And he must have run 30 yards before he unleashed that one in the direction of number 11, Jackson Gonzalez. And
definition of a scramble drill that time, for sure.
Yeah, that was starting to verge on Fran Tarkington territory.
3rd down and 16 for the Dons. They will line up in the same formation. Hill,
pressure,
rolling left, plants, throws. Knocked away, incomplete at the 15.
Speaking of plants, the receiver touched the ball and was promptly planted.
So that will bring up 4th down. Really? Looks like the field goal unit is coming out.
Yeah, well, a lead is a lead.
At this point, take any points you can get, I guess.
Yeah. Not one. The Lompoc offense has demonstrated a whole lot of firepower right now.
This would be about a 42-yard kick. I'm still trying to get things sorted out on the field, however. I had to change the down marker, and it was still a 3rd, so I think there was some confusion about one down it is. And now we've got, penalty flag against the Braves. I believe that was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. That's an automatic first down at the 12-yard line. Scratch the field goal attempt. No, it's not an automatic first down.
No, it's fourth.
It's fourth down at about 4 from the 12.
You sure they're not saying that that was a catch?
No, he's. I didn't see a flag, but he signaled because I saw the ball come loose.
Anyway, they still have a field goal team out, and it looks like it's going to be about a.
Okay, well, it's a much easier kick at 29 yards. And an important one at that. Okay, getting all that sorted out, and here comes the kick. Good snap. Kick is away. No real pressure. It looks good to me.
Yeah, it's up.
Officials like it as well. So with 10:25 remaining here in the second quarter, Santa Barbara finally on the board. It's Dogs 3, Braves nothing. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Rich is here. Judy's back home. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate you tuning in. Hope you joined us last night. And don't forget, we'll be here for 2 more weeks until the playoffs start, and then who knows where we'll be. And this game could be a very telling piece of how that ends up. So it took almost 14 minutes, but finally we've got some points on the board. Dons with a 29-yard field goal to take a 3-0 lead here early in the second quarter. And they will set to kick off. Nice, high, but a little short kick taken at the 12.
The up man on that side.
That looks like Oscar.
Yep.
Tenorio across the 20 to about the 22. Give Tenorio 10 yards on the return. Give the Braves a first down. Put it at the 23. So it's not often we see the Braves trailing.
No, especially not in the first half. 10-19 remaining in the half.
Did I just see offsetting penalties again? Some interesting. I think we just had offsetting personal fouls. This is when we really need the officials to have microphones. Some unusual stuff going on down there that we are at a loss to explain. But we can tell you this. It's first and 10 Braves at their own 23-yard line with 10 minutes and 19 seconds remaining till halftime. The Dons lead 3-0. Baron takes the handoff to Coleman, and he'll get across the 30 to the 33.
Very close to a first down.
So they're taking a look at that right now. And they'll move the chains. 10 yards for Coleman and the Braves, and the first down from the 33. If you've never been to LaPlaya Stadium, folks, I recommend it highly.
Yes, indeed.
Although park at the top parking lot. Little insider tip. Baron keeps it himself, gets across the 40 to the 45, and took a late hit after he was down. No flag, however.
Yep.
And some of the Lompoc faithful here are not approving of that non-call.
I believe the word is incensed, Greg.
That's probably, and they have a right to be. That was about as blatant a late hit as I have seen in a while.
Yeah, and he shouldered right into the chest. And we're getting confirmation that number 29 is Leandre Coleman.
That was a first down run by Baron, by the way. This play will net 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. The ball at the 46-yard line. Clock running, just under 9 minutes remaining here till halftime. Braves trail by 3. 3-0 is our score. Santa Barbara on top. Tight formation for the Braves. Fake to Coleman. Uribear keeps it, bounces off a couple of guys, spins around a couple more, and gets close to midfield before he's driven back.
We'll pick up a couple, and we have another flag.
Another flag coming in at the end of this play. Lots of interesting things going on down there tonight. You'd think there was a football game going on. We'll check out this penalty when we get the word.
And the Braves are acting like it's against the Dons.
The play was good out to the 49 of the Braves. Officials discussing personal foul, Santa Barbara. That almost seemed like a makeup call.
Yeah.
Whatever happened inside the scrum. The ball is at the 49. We shall waiting for them to mark some yardage off. And there we go. That should be 15 yards going from right to left. That'll move the ball all the way down to the 36-yard line of the Dons. And, of course, a first down for the Braves from there. So a big break for Lompoc. They'll finish moving the chains. Ball marked ready for play. Lompoc has one receiver left.
Wing back in motion.
Uribear keeps it. He's going to get swallowed in the backfield by 3 green jerseys.
Loss of about 3.
That one went nowhere, but it did get there very quickly.
That was designed to go outside, and the blockers couldn't get him outside, and so he tried to cut it back up inside, and there was a bunch of people waiting for him.
Loss back to the 39. It'll be 2nd down and 13. Clock running, 7:45 remaining here in the second quarter. In that 3-0 game, Santa Barbara on top. High formation for the Braves. Uribear rolling left, under pressure, cuts it back in, trying to find some room. Now reverses direction to the right, picks up 2 blockers on the far side, and he's going to find his way to the end zone. No, he's going to get knocked out at about the 2, I think. But I'll tell you what, Cameron Uribear made that happen.
And you talk about some blocking downfield. They were cleaning the house down there.
Once he got on the far right edge, he had 2 blockers out in front of him to take out the secondary and followed him well and came out just shy. They put it first down and goal at the 3. And that was all Cameron Uribear improvising.
Yep. If you do not contain, he will obtain.
That's a good way to say that.
In this case, obtain a bunch of yards.
First and goal, Braves from the 3. Lompoc lines up in their traditional short yardage full house formation. The question is, who gets the carry?
Pitch outside.
Down to about the 2. To see who that was. That was Tenorio. Might have got a yard. About a half, actually. It'll be 2nd and goal. Ball just outside the 2.
Ball now sitting on the left hash mark on the near side of the field. So a lot of room over to the right. Double tight end with Ranny and Corrales.
Full house again. Coleman this time.
Ooh.
Somebody got him by the ankles as he dives forward.
Yeah, that was a great play by that number 45.
That's that 45 guy again.
Yeah. And he basically dove through and just stuck an arm out and arm barred.
That's Valencia doing a great job on defense for the Dons tonight so far. It'll be 3rd down and goal from just inside the 2. I would have no doubt the Braves will go for this on 4th as well if they come up short here. Schumer will go wide right.
And they'll go back to the formation. Schumer comes in. Oh.
And Cameron Iribarren goes in.
And flags from everywhere.
As Iribarren gets flattened after he crosses the goal line. And that's going to be a personal foul for sure. As Cameron is taking some hits tonight.
Yep. He's definitely earned the first in the Whirlpool line.
Yeah.
So far, 5:52 remaining in the second quarter.
Braves on the board. It's 6-3 Lompoc with the point after coming up.
Yeah, and I imagine
that penalty be assessed on the kickoff, right?
Yeah.
That is Alex Gonzalez for the point after. Little movement on the line. Somebody on the green jersey got a little anxious. Braves will generally decline this, and that is the case. So we'll get everybody to stay where they're supposed to be, and we'll try this again. Good snap. Kick is away, and the kick is good. So with 5 minutes, 52 seconds, I believe that says, remaining here in the first half, Lompoc is finally on the board, and they take the lead. It's Lompoc 7, Santa Barbara 3. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
And on the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Rich is over there spotting things for us, and Judy's back spinning dials and clicking mice and doing her stuff on graphics. Thank you so much, Judy. And thanks, Rich, for bringing us along here tonight. Appreciate that. And we're glad you're tuning in for Braves football on KPEG Radio. It's been an exciting year so far, and this is going to be an interesting postseason as well. Yeah. If I can speculate far enough ahead to assume the Braves will be there. Yeah. Division 3 lineup is interesting, to say the least.
Yeah. Currently, the Braves there's a few teams ahead of them, but then there's a big clump of about 6 teams.
Braves trying an onside kick, and it'll be touched too early, I believe. Offside, Lompoc is the call.
You wonder if they'll take that?
So they'll have to try this again. They did that because of the 15-yard penalty for the personal foul. They were kicking off, actually, from the 45-yard line of the Dons. So now they'll move back to midfield. Good strategy, as long as you're already there. But will they try it 2 times in a row?
And the reason the Dons didn't have an option is because as soon as the offside occurred, it's called and
play is over.
Play is dead. So
this time they'll kick it away and it'll go through the uprights almost.
Just a little left.
Yeah, wide left.
They'll show you some potential for range, though, in the future.
Yeah, at the distance. Anyway, out of the back of the end zone for the touchback, and the Dons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. We are halfway through here, the second quarter. It's 7-3 Braves in a low-scoring contest at La Playa Stadium tonight. See what the Dons can do. Looks like they're going back to their full passing mode with 5 wides.
Their third possession of the game from their own 20.
Throwing on 1st down, complete, stopped at the 25-yard line. That was Isaac Munoz on the catch. They're going to give him 5 yards on that catch. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 25.
They're doing a quick stop on the interior receiver on each side.
5 wides once again. Good protection this time. Pumps once. Still a nice pocket. Throws across the middle. Complete. And will be brought down inside the Braves territory. And we're going to have another personal foul on a shot to the head. of the receiver. Oh, my goodness, there have been some questionable actions out here tonight. Another blow to the head against the Braves. So the play took the ball across midfield to the Braves 48. Then you're going to tack 15 yards onto that. That should take you down to the 33, like quick math says. And I don't know what they're thinking out there, Mike.
I'm not sure thinking is involved, Greg.
Both sides have just been. Now we'll run the clock. 5 minutes left. First down, Santa Barbara at the Brave 33. Pumps once.
Pumps twice.
Throwing deep to the end zone. Knocked away, incomplete at the goal line. That looked like 6 for a minute.
Didn't quite throw it far enough, and he had to wait. And that gave the Lompoc defender time to respond and knock it away. That was dangerous.
You betcha. As it is, it's 2nd and 10. Stops the clock with 4:50 left in the half. You know, looking back at some of the things that have happened here in this first half, Mike, whoever loses this game is going to have to blame themselves.
Yeah,
I think.
This is one where it would be a loss rather than getting beat. Because they have both had chances to make things happen, and they've made bad things happen.
4 receivers. They'll go to the run game. That's number 28, Justin Perez.
Yeah. Tried the A gap and hit the no way gap.
Down to the 31. Pickup of a couple is all. Although that does double their running yardage for the night. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 31. Clock running, under 4.5 remaining here till halftime. 3 receivers to the right, 1 up top. Hill from the shotgun, does have a back behind him.
Braves bring a blitz.
Throw across the middle, broke it up at the 20, incomplete. Double coverage there.
Galindo and Tenorio. Ball was well thrown, but
right on the money with the throw, but well defended by the Braves. And it'll be 4th down and 8 from the 31. Clock stop with 4:04 left here in the second quarter. 7-3 is our score. The Braves on top. Same formation for the Dons. Going for it on 4th and 8.
Braves show blitz, fall back.
Throw complete at the 20. A great grab. Snagged that one out of the air. Gambardella, and that's why he's out there catching balls. And that's a first down at the 20. And boy, oh boy, that was a nice one.
Yep. 3:54.
Clock now running. 1st and 10, Santa Barbara from the Lompoc 20-yard line.
Put a pin in that play.
Indeed. Back to the running game they go, and that's going to get swallowed up.
Oh, good grief. That was... Lompoc just kind of tackled the offense and sorted through to see who had the ball. Loss of at least 1, maybe 2.
We'll keep moving it back 2 yards, we'll give it. So that I think they're back to 0 yards rushing now. 2nd and 12. Ball at the 22. 4 receiver set. Perez still in the backfield. Hill under pressure. He's going to go down at the 30. Who got him?
30.
Number 30.
We don't have.
You don't have a number 30. Okay. Hate it when that happens. Timeout called by the Dons. Stops the clock with 2:53, I think that says. Left here in the second quarter. Lompoc up 7-3. It'll be 3rd down and a bunch for the Dons when we get back. They need to get all the way down to the 10. So that looks like 3rd and 19. And they really need to get this ball in the end zone if they want to, I think. The way this game is looking, every opportunity you get to score, I think you're going to have to take. So I would not be surprised to see them try and get about half of this on 3rd down and then go for it on 4th. Nice crowd here.
I'm not expecting a run. Greg.
I would, no. Going to go out on a limb on that one, huh, Mike?
Yeah. Hey, what can I say? I'm a risk taker.
A risk taker. Okay, it is 3rd down and 19 for Santa Barbara. They are on the Lompoc 29-yard line.
And this would be an excellent time for a turnover, Greg.
It would. It would indeed. 3 receivers up top, 1 here to the near side. Hill takes a step, going down to the end zone, got a man open, through his hands, incomplete.
Just did overthrow him, and he was
That
open.
was Dakota Hill, 3 yards behind the defender.
And halfway through the end zone.
And that was 6 if he could have hauled it in. Braves dodged a bullet on that one, and it's 4th down and 19. Clock stopped with 2:47 remaining here in the second quarter. And now we'll see what the Dons have decided to do on 4th and long. Offense still on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it again. I'm not surprised.
Might try the same play.
Yeah. It was there.
Well,
flag down. Pass is incomplete at the 30.
Fake the throw to one side and then tried to dump it off to the right side and where the back was. And
that play just wasn't going anywhere anyway, but we got a flag down at about the 30-yard line.
Correct. Chop block.
Chop block against the Santa Barbara. So that will back them up even further, and that'll change the strategy. Penalty declined, and the Braves will take over. That's the way to do that. Lompoc will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line after what inevitably just turned out to be an incomplete pass.
I tell you, there have been some rather nondescript looking plays in the scorebooks that had a whole lot of things going on. 2:42 left in the half.
Braves have 2 receivers here to the near side, 2 up top, 2 wides, 2 slots. You're Barron. That looks like Drew Williams on a sweep, and he'll get out across the 30 to the 33. Flag down, however. What a surprise.
I'm shocked, right? Shocked.
I know. Face mask against the Braves.
Illegal hands to the face.
Okay, no.
Probably on a lineman.
Same idea.
Sticking his mitt in somebody's
grill.
Somebody's gone.
Well, move the ball back to the 26-yard line. It's a spot of the foul, I guess. So it's still 1st down, but 1st down and 13, I'm thinking, or 12 anyway, from the 26. Clock running, 2:20 remaining in the first half. 7-3 is our score, Lompoc on top. What has been a strange first half.
Indeed.
Irabaran fakes the handoff, breaks away from one ankle tackle, and now is swarmed.
Yeah, and that was a desperation ankle tackle because he would have picked up some decent yards if he'd gotten through there.
As it is, it gets out to the 28 or so, 27.
Pickup of a couple.
It'll be 2nd down, and I'm going to call it 11 from the 27. Clock running, 1:40 left in the half.
Braves.
No great urgency by Lompoc here.
No. Well, come out with 2 wide each side again. Coleman the lone back.
Irabaran from the shotgun. Good protection. Now breaking down. Here, Barron will carry this one himself and get it out to about the 33, where he's met by a sea of green. Isn't that a Beatles song? Sky of black and sea of green.
If anybody knows, Greg, it would be you. Pickup of about 6 on the carry. So it'll be third
about 6, I think. Something like that, or
third
5.
Along 5.
Mm-hmm. 4 receiver set for the Braves once again. And timeout on the field called by the Dons. Stops the clock with 41 seconds remaining in the half. 7-3 is our score. Braves on top. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
Don't forget, we're also streaming live at kpegradio.com for all your family and friends who are outside of our local listening area. They, too, can check out the Braves at kpegradio.com. Mike, I'm not even quite sure how to go about describing this game. It's been
unusual.
Yeah, to say the very least. We've had any number of personal fouls and unsportsmanlikes and blows to the head and just...
Yeah, and that's just one of the weird aspects. The Braves have been almost entirely run. The Dons have been almost entirely passed. It's kind of at the point sometimes in this game where you wonder if they're playing the same sport.
Okay, here we go. Third down and a long 5 for the Braves. 4 receiver set again for Lompoc. Coleman in the backfield with Iribarren in the shotgun.
And the last time when Iribarren went back, Coleman was wide open out in the flat. So we'll see if they come back to that.
And whistles and another timeout. This time the Braves will call it.
Mm-hmm. Braves wanted to see what the defense looked like, and so...
Well, the defense was up to the line. There wasn't anybody deeper than 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage for the Dons. So now the Braves will readjust with 41 seconds still remaining here in the second quarter. It's a 7-3 game. The Braves on top.
Yeah. And to add to the weirdness, how often do we see back-to-back timeouts?
Exactly.
Rarely. I mean, it's just... This has been a very disjointed game.
There's a good word for it. Disjointed.
And we're seeing a bunch of the same people on defense for the Dons that we saw on offense, including Gambardella, who's in there at free safety.
They do have a healthy amount of kids on their roster. It's not like they...
Dakota Hill over here at a corner spot.
Okay, well, we'll line up and try this again. Same formation for Lompoc. Nothing changed there. Iribarren bounces off one in the backfield. He's going to get swallowed up whole at the 30-yard line.
Lose about 3.
Santa Barbara defense all over that one. It'll be 4th down from the 30. 4th and 8. Clock running. 20 seconds remaining.
And I think we have a timeout.
The clock's still running.
Yeah.
Does Santa Barbara have a timeout left?
I don't believe so.
Well, that might be why the clock is ticking away. Yep, they're just going to let this expire. After the sack will end the first half. And an unfamiliar first half of football. Our score is Lompoc 7, Santa Barbara 3. So we will send you back to the studio for some pertinent information about some wonderful things going on around the Lompoc Valley. And we will see you in 15 minutes for our half number 2.
Yeah, we tell you scores from other games, but there aren't any.
Yeah, and they all played last night. Okay, folks, we'll see you in 15 for the second half.
I got smart about mortgages. Now, it's my house I go home to.
I got smart about college. Now my kid's off to a great start.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org.
I got smart about health insurance. Now both my finances and I are healthy.
Smartaboutmoney.org is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you get sound information about money.
I got smart about protecting my job. Now, I'm doing better than ever.
For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you're looking for.
I got smart about credit cards. Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning.
Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Hey, football fans, do you have friends or family that live out of town but still like to follow Lompoc Valley football? Let them know that KPEG's game coverage is also streaming live on the web. Just send them to kpegradio.com and they can catch all of the action no matter where they are. That's kpegradio.com, brought to you by your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. By now, you've probably figured out that KPEG is not your ordinary average radio station. In fact, we're anything but ordinary. First, you'll never ever hear a commercial on KPEG. We're all about the music. And how about that music? We play more music with more variety than any other station in the area. And not just the standard tunes you hear everywhere else. Sure, we play rock and oldies and your favorite classic rock songs, but we'll also introduce you to some deep tracks that you might not have heard. Some new rock, and even some bands that are a bit off the mainstream. That's what makes KPEG so unique. Well, that and our exclusive live sports coverage. But the point is that KPEG is different by design. Enjoy it. We're 100.9 KPEG.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over... Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
you can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We hope you are enjoying tonight's game featuring the Lompoc Braves and the Santa Barbara Dogs. Next week, the KPEG broadcast crew will be back home at Houck Stadium, where the Lompoc Braves will host the San Marcos Royals. Join us at 6:45 for pregame coverage, including an exclusive interview with Braves head coach Andrew Jones. Then settle in for the kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the San Marcos Royals versus the Lompoc Braves next Friday night, and you can catch it right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
The City Council meetings are your window into how Lompoc works. You can even speak to the council and let them know how you feel. But if you can't be there in person, you can always follow along on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and the web at cityoflompoc.com. That's right, we'll be there on the first and third Tuesday of every month, bringing you all the comments, discussions, and votes. So tune in for a live trimulcast of your city council meetings, only on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and cityoflompoc.com.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Don't have a car? Too far to walk? Bike in the shop? Welcome aboard Colt, the City of Lompoc Transit. Sit back and let us do the driving. Colt serves the communities of Lompoc, Mission Hills, and Vandenberg Village. We offer comfort, low fares, convenience, free transfers, and great service. For more information and free trip planning assistance, give us a call at 736-7666 or visit us on the web at cityoflompoc.com/transit.
Hello, I'm Samantha Scroggin, Community Relations Manager with the City of Lompoc. Let's tune in to what's happening in Lompoc. Fall has barely arrived, but it's not too early to pick up an application to take part in this year's Lompoc Christmas Parade. Applications for Miracle on 8th Street are available at the Anderson Recreation Center and online at cityoflompoc.com on our recreation page. Next Friday, October 19th from 4 to 5:30 p.m., our Recreation Division will be hosting a pumpkin decorating workshop for kids ages 6 to 12. All supplies are included for just $10 per child. Photo submissions are being accepted for the Lompoc Valley Photography Contest, which the City of Lompoc Recreation Division is holding this year as part of its popular Arts and Vines event. Arts and Vines, featuring a craft boutique and wine tasting along with a photo contest, will take place on Saturday, November 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Dick DeWeese Community and Senior Center. Admission to Arts and Vines is free. City of Lompoc invites the community to join together and make a difference through service projects on Saturday, October 27th. Make a Difference Day will take place in Lompoc from 9 a.m. to noon as part of the nation's largest day of community service. Find details on our city's website at cityoflompoc.com. Our Lompoc Library now offers yoga storytime and dance storytime for kids, along with baby storytime. Check out our library's calendar of events at cityoflompoc.com for details. District elections are around the corner in Lompoc. To help inform our community about this new district election process, we've created a district elections webpage linked from cityoflompoc.com. Visit our City of Lompoc website at cityoflompoc.com for more information on all these great events and more. And be sure to follow the City of Lompoc on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all the latest news in the city. Thanks for joining me for this City of Lompoc news update. I'll talk to you next time when we tune in Lompoc.
So, you want to know what's new on KPEG? Well, we've created the perfect solution, and we call it KPEG New Tracks. Every week, we'll showcase some of the new songs we've recently added to the mix, plus preview some tracks that haven't even made it into rotation yet. From indie to heavy metal, you'll hear some great new additions to the library, complete with artist and song title information. And who knows, one of them may turn out to be your next favorite song. Can you afford not to listen? It's KPEG New Tracks. Catch it every Friday night at 6 p.m. right here on your home for the greatest collection of rock and roll on the planet, 100.9 KPEG.
Rich is just a really, really, really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich, no. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We hope you are enjoying tonight's game featuring the Lompoc Braves and the Santa Barbara Dogs. Next week, the KPEG broadcast crew will be back home at Houck Stadium, where the Lompoc Braves will host the San Marcos Royals. Join us at 6:45 for pregame coverage, including an exclusive interview with Braves head coach Andrew Jones. then settle in for the kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the San Marcos Royals versus the Lompoc Braves next Friday night, and you can catch it right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
I shop and cook for my mom every week.
I help my dad pay his bills.
I take my wife to the doctor.
Am I a caregiver?
Are you caring for a senior parent, spouse, or friend? Do you spend time helping with meals, shopping, or personal care? Are you stressed? Do you have less time for yourself? You are not alone. Nearly 1 in 6 people in Lompoc are caregivers. Visit caringtogetherlompoc.org or call 925-9554.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Casey Farah, your host for KPEG's Local Music Hour. Playing music from Lompoc and the surrounding cities. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. Right here on KPEG 100.9 FM.
Hey Lompoc, now that your newest, bestest, most favoritist radio station is up and running, why not put us to work? If your organization has a nonprofit event or fundraiser coming up, let KPEG help spread the word. Just submit your public service announcement at least 2 weeks in advance and we'll handle the rest. Call us at 875-2750 for details. That's 875-2750. After all, KPEG is your community radio station. Serving you is what we do. You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
So you see, son, good manners are very, very important. Someday, many years from now, when you're a grown-up, you'll be a man. And when you are, you should be a gentleman. Do you want me to go through it one more time?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If a door's shut, then knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't speak with your mouth full, don't reach across people's plates, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. While we're at it, don't stare, don't use foul language, don't call people names, but do remember people's names. Always share your toys, play nice, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give up your seat to anyone who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
The World Wide Web has many things to offer, and one of those things is Tap TV. Just surf your browser to cityoflompoc.com/taptv. Click on any one of our 3 channels and you will see original, locally produced television. Between shows, we have a bulletin board loaded with announcements and events in Lompoc. with rockin' KPEG radio as the soundtrack. It doesn't stop there. You can make your own TV show. Just stop by the Lompoc Media Center at 125 West Walnut on the 3rd floor of the Anderson Rec Center, and we'll show you how.
Well, welcome back to La Playa Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, where our halftime score is the Lompoc Braves 7, the Santa Barbara Dons 3, in what was a highly unusual first half of football action, Mike.
Yeah, we've been through about 6 straight quarters of not the most classic football, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
The Braves are leading 7-3.
That's about the only plus I can find out of this right now. There's been some serious errors in judgment and some downright foolishness going on out there at times.
Yeah, it's kind of been a morass of misbehavior.
But I can tell you one good thing, Mike. Want to hear one good thing before the half starts?
Absolutely.
We were posting, as we always do. Judy gets on our Facebook page and posts it. We'll be live here coming up shortly to this week's game. And we got a nice response from a young lady named Caitlin Marie Smith, who is a faithful KPEG football listener, and she thanked us so much for bringing our broadcast to the air. And we thank Caitlin for listening and for taking the time to reply. Appreciate it, Caitlin.
Indeed.
We hope we can give you a good second half of action as well. The Braves need to find some offense. See what kind of second half adjustments they've made. I was wondering during halftime what kind of discussions were going on in the locker rooms on both sides of the ball. And it would have been an interesting time to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, I have a feeling there may have been some loudness involved.
Some loudness?
Some loudness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don's line up with a double safety. That looks like 11 and 2.
Braves will be kicking off to start the second half. Alex Gonzalez to do the honors. And we are underway here in the second half.
Nice kick.
That one's going to go into the end zone for the touchback, about a yard deep. The Dons will let it go, and they'll take over at their 20.
And this will only be their 4th possession of the game.
In 2 quarters. That's just amazing to me. One ended in a turnover on downs. One ended in a successful field goal. But their running game has been, not surprisingly, but totally absent tonight here.
Well, I don't know about totally absent. It's been totally ineffective and very limited. Late entry for the Dons, and they are in the 3-1 again.
Hill from the shotgun, still in a quarterback.
And they're going to
Fake a screen, throw down deep, far sideline, out of reach, and incomplete at the 45.
And that was that number one again, Dakota Hill, and he had a little bit of a stumble. Otherwise, I think that could have been a very big gainer.
He's a speedster out there, too. He was kind of outrunning everybody. They sent Perez out of the backfield wide to the left to fake the screen, and then dumped it out deep.
I would not be surprised if at some point during this game they did that with Gambardella and threw it to him and they'll let him toss it deep.
Yep.
But,
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. 3 left, 1 right. Very familiar setup. Looking left all the way. And this one will be thrown out of bounds, incomplete. That was well off the mark. I think that might have been some miscommunication on that one.
The receiver went in, the ball went out, and never the twain did meet.
The good news is we've had 2 plays in the second half with no penalties. That's a step in the right direction right there. Yeah, as Mike knocks on the counter.
Got to knock on wood.
Knock on Formica.
Yeah, well, I think there's some wood backing underneath here somewhere.
3rd down and 10 from the 20. Don's getting their personnel situated, and they'll end up right back where they usually are. 3 left, 1 right. Safety's about 10 yards deep for the Braves. And whistles and timeout. Timeout called by the Dons. An early timeout here in the second half. Stops the clock with 11:50 remaining. Only 10 seconds into the third quarter, and the Dons are shooting a timeout. I guess they want to get it right. But they might need that one later on. So at 3rd and 10, they'll sort things out and see what they come up with. That's actually could end up being a key play for both sides. Force a stop, and the Braves will get the ball back here early.
And we're now hearing that number 30 for the Braves is John Gayton.
John Gayton, okay. That's good to hear as well.
Been playing wingback and linebacker.
Make a note of that, and here we go on 3rd and 10. 3 wides left. Take the handoff, throwing across the middle. That's complete.
And that was an excellent catch by Hill.
Hill caught that one on a slant, a deep slant at the 40, and is down at the 41-yard line.
And there was very good coverage, and he did a good job of catching the ball, good job of hanging on to the ball, and picking up about another 4 or 5 yards.
So a little scramble with the chains on the far side, but I think they got tangled up there somehow. But there should be a first down at the 41.
Well, everything else has been going on there.
Yeah, why not?
Ball's at the 41 of the.
Now we'll roll the clock. 1st and 10 for the Dons from there. Unusual. Okay, 3 right to the right this time. 1 left. Hill ready to take the shotgun snap once again. He's got it back with him this time. Fakes the handoff.
Pressure.
Gets away from one. Scrambles left. Plants. Gets away from another. Turns to direction. Throws this one out. He's got a man open at the 45. Complete to midfield. Skips the tackle and dives forward into Braves territory.
Oh, goodness.
On another super scramble drill. Jacob Forney ended up making the catch and run.
I like that super scramble.
That was a super scramble. Across midfield into Braves territory down to the 47-yard line goes Forney, and it's a first down for the Dons. And if you ever want to see improvisation on a football field, that was an example.
That was jazz.
1st and 10. They'll try a running play off a right tackle. A little bit successful. Ball comes loose, but well after the whistle. Down to the 44.
relatively speaking, a pretty successful run.
Yeah.
About 4 on that one. Yeah, call it 3. 2nd and 7 for the Dons from the Braves 44-yard line. Fake the handoff. Got a quarterback keeper here, and he's going to get rattled at about the line of scrimmage.
Coleman and Tenario. Nope.
That was
Nick Dominguez. 2 rather than 8.
Yeah, they all look the same. Third down and about 6. We give him 1 on that. The ball at the 43.
Mm-hmm.
Three receivers to the left, 2 here to the near side, empty backfield.
Gambardella in the slot to the left. And
looking left all the way, throws this one across the middle. Tip drill, picked off. Intercepted by the Braves at the 40.
17.
That was Andrew Galindo in the right place at the right time and snags that one out of the air for the interception.
And he returned it from the 30 up to the 39.
And that could be a one you want to put an asterisk on.
Mm-hmm.
First down, Lompoc now from the 39-yard line.
9:25 remaining in the third.
Braves leading 7-3 here early in the second half. A little running play off a right tackle across the 40 to the 42. Not sure who that was. I think that might have been Coleman. Yes. DeAndre Coleman out to the 42. It'll be 2nd down and 7 after a gain of 3.
And that was just a simple A-gap try and move him play.
High formation for Lompoc. Coleman the deep back. He'll get it. Finds a big gap and is tripped up as he goes through it.
Yep.
Or else he'd still be running.
Yeah, that was like the train coming through and just getting derailed.
Out to the 47 goes Coleman. It'll be 3rd down and 2. He had a head of steam too, Gord.
Yep. And they are being smart about it. They're trying to take him low because you try and go high on him, he tends to plant you on your keister.
Yes, he will shed you. Coleman again takes it outside this time, finds the corner, gets to the far sideline and knocked out of bounds at the 35.
Yeah, and Hill got over there to push him out of bounds, but Hill was the one, I think, that suffered the punishment.
Well, they're going to say he stepped out earlier at the 40, but still enough for a first down for the Braves. Yeah. 1st and 10 from the Santa Barbara 40-yard line. Coleman out of the game after taking a hit on that last play. Schumer in motion. The give is to Drew Williams. He'll sweep right.
Ooh.
And get out close to the 30.
Nice dive there at the end. They had him around the ankles, and he just tried to do the Superman. And
put him at the 32.
Came up a little short. But
gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Drew Williams has shown some glimpses of some pretty fun stuff this year when he gets the opportunity.
He's one of the faster Braves at this point.
High formation for the Braves. There's Williams again, weaving his way through traffic.
Oh, nice.
Takes some contact at the 20 and goes down at the 19.
Gambardella on the stop. First down just inside the 20. Clock running at 7:50.
Braves finally getting a little offensive momentum here in their first possession of the second half.
And they're going to call that the 19, I think, right?
Yep, 1st and 10 from the 19. One receiver up top. Baron from the shotgun. He'll keep it himself this time. Finds a little room on the right side. Moves the pile forward.
About 6, maybe 7.
Flag down in the backfield, however.
Oh, goodness.
Play good down to the 13. See what the penalty's about. Yeah. Okay, I guess they picked it up. All right, so it's a gain of 6. Second down and 4 from the 13.
Oh, nice jump stop.
That's Coleman back in the game. Fights his way down to the 5-yard line after a nice jump cut at the line of scrimmage to make some room.
Somebody had him dead to rights, and then he wasn't there.
What a little magic act.
Yeah, that was
kind of like changing his jersey number.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a first down and goal for the Braves. They'll put it at the 6-yard line.
6:37.
This third quarter almost halfway gone already.
Mm-hmm. One possession by each team.
Schumer in motion. And here's some real flags.
Everywhere, and illegal motion on the Braves. Or illegal procedure.
Illegal something.
Yep. One of them.
Somebody
moved that should not have.
One of those sick bird things. Eels.
Mm-hmm.
So move the ball back to the 11. Still first down. First and goal from the 11-yard line. Clock now rolling again as we approach the 6-minute mark here in the third. Braves up 7-3, but trying to add some here. High formation, Lompoc, Baron, under center. Fakes, rolls right, throws on the run, incomplete.
Tried to get that to Gayton, and it was behind and high. It's tough for a left-hander to roll to the right, be accurate.
Brings up second down and goal from the 11-yard line. Clock stops with 6:08 remaining here in the third quarter. It's my old address, Mike. Not sure anyone really cares about that. It's also my lotto numbers, but who really cares? Okay, second and goal from the 11. I formation again. One receiver left. Coleman cuts it in. Diving to the end zone. Is he in? Touchdown, Braves. Leandre Coleman from 11 yards out puts the Braves on the board. That'll take us to 13-3 with the point after coming up. That's a little more like it. And watching Coleman coming off the field, he's got a little bit of a little gimp going on.
Yeah, well, he's been kind of banged up for 3-4 weeks. They keep showing up every week with a bag of body parts, put them back together, and stick them out there on the field. So.
High snap, down nicely though. The kick is away, and the kick is good. So with 6:03 left here in the third quarter, the Braves on the board once again. It is now Lompoc 14, Santa Barbara 3. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
And KTNK, 1410 AM, and the Braves Radio Network.
So nice to be simulcasting with our friends over at KTNK this year. I appreciate them tagging along with us. 1410 AM.
And the Braves faithful down in front of us, Greg, are feeling just a little bit less anxious.
Are they feeling a little more faithful right now?
I don't know about that. They're usually pretty loyal, but they're not quite as nervous.
Well, I did see Rick Frederick at halftime, so everything must be okay as long as Rick is here.
Yeah. Does he bring his tools with him?
I'm not sure. Might have some plumbing problems down there on the field that might need some attention.
Well, the Braves have kind of been clogged.
Yeah, so. That's right.
Another nice high kick, fair catch wave, but the ball is let go and it lands a yard deep in the end zone.
Kind of looked just like the last one.
Yeah.
Alex Gonzalez being very consistent with his distance. And once again, the Dons will take over on their own 20 after the touchback. First and 10 from there. Just over 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Braves now up 14-3. So Santa Barbara now needs to find a way to answer. They put the ball in the air and they've moved it pretty well, but they seem to stall out. Haven't been able to finish off these drives. Back to the 5 receiver set. Quarterback designed keeper, a lot of room there right up the middle, and he'll pick up about 12 yards out to the 32.
Nice draw.
Deacon Hill on the keeper. Spotted as a 31, 11-yard pickup. And it's their most successful run of the night.
Yeah, we're under 6 minutes here, Greg.
Moving right along. You'd have time for a bonfire at the beach. Fake the screen right, now looking left. Got a man on the sideline, knocked away. Tenario knocks that one out of the air for the incomplete pass, and that looked pretty good for a second.
Yep. Well, he was trying to keep Tenario's eyes in the backfield and sneak around behind him, and he recovered nicely.
Second down and 10 after the incomplete pass. 5 wides, 2 left, 3 right. Hill, plenty of time, throws across the middle. This time picked off at the 45.
And that's Galindo.
That's Galindo with it. And he'll return it inside the 15 and be knocked out of bounds.
Went from about the 43.
Andrew Galindo with the pick and return. Didn't he pick off that first one also?
I believe so.
Is that 2 picks for Andrew Galindo?
And he was finally tackled by the quarterback.
That's never a good sign for your offense.
Yeah.
So first down Braves now at the Santa Barbara 12. They just put one in the end zone here just a minute ago. Now they're trying to double up.
Not even a minute. 40 seconds.
Yeah. I formation for the Braves. Coleman the deep back. Galindo in motion. Leandre moves his way. He's in. Touchdown Braves. And that was pretty.
And he's prancing in the end zone. That was...
I don't think his ankle's hurting him anymore.
No. He's feeling pretty good right about now.
Uh-oh. Flag down. Call it all back. You think I'm joking? No. That was illegal motion. And that wipes off 6 points and a nice run by Leandre Coleman. Oh, my. So it's still first down. Take off 6 points, move the ball back to the 17-yard line. That hurts.
5:17 on the third quarter clock. Ball at the 17 of the Dons. And it feels like about the 17th penalty, I think.
Uribarren fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself. He weaves his way through traffic, still on his feet inside the 5. Fights his way towards the end zone. He's in. Oh, my goodness. Cameron Iribarren from 17 yards out, and I don't know how in the world he got through all that traffic and found his way to the line.
Kept his feet moving and just carried people.
Official timeout for an injured Don in the end zone, but no penalty flags on the field this time. This touchdown will stand.
And the Lompoc line starting to assert itself a little bit.
We were talking about the Braves on the way down here, sometimes being a dominant fourth quarter team, and we're not quite to the fourth quarter yet, but they may be starting to wear down a little bit. Santa Barbara defense. Clock stopped with, what does that say, 5:08?
5:08.
Here in the third, it's 20-3 with a point after pending, and we have a timeout on the field for an injured Santa Barbara Dawn. This is the game of the week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network. And in addition to the Santa Barbara folks, Tom Blanco's out on the field.
So now we know this player is getting the best care available.
Indeed.
Blanco is the best. And he's been doing it a long time.
When he started at Lompoc, I think he was the second certified athletic trainer working at a high school west of the Mississippi.
And that's no joke.
And
I'll take a moment and do a little shout to Mary and Daniel listening back home. No, Mary's tuned in. Daniel's probably checking out the USC game and looking for updates from Mary on our score. What's the last we heard on the Trojans?
The last I saw was just before the half ended, and that was 0-0 midway through the first quarter, but SC had the ball on the Colorado 46.
Sounds like our game.
There are similarities.
Player now being assisted to his feet. That's a great sign, and he will walk off with a little gimp, but under his own power, and that is great news. Receives a nice hand from the folks here at La Playa as he makes his way to the sideline.
I believe that's 45, Greg. Okay.
You might be right.
And that would indeed be a loss for the Dons. He's trying to jog a little bit, but it's just not there.
Yeah, that is John Valencia, number 45. And he's been all over the field for the Dons defense tonight. That would, like you said, Mike, a huge loss if he can't kick back in the game. Point after is good.
Alex Gonzalez, accurate.
So with just over 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, Lompoc has extended its lead. It's now Braves 21, Dons 3. Well, that's a little more like it. I think the Braves folks can breathe a little easier.
Well, two turnovers in less than a minute will make things difficult for you. And as Rich points out, the cheerleaders are finally getting the workout.
They haven't had a lot to kick about tonight so far.
Braves line up and
kicking off from the usual 40-yard line this time. Kick is away.
A little bit shorter than before.
This will be playable. Returnable at the 3. Tries to pick up some blocks. Hurdles one of his own guys and then gets tackled at the 20. A nice form tackle. That was, who was that?
Well, number 2, Moki Nicario was the ball carrier, and then number 9, Christian Tenorio, decided to implant him at about the 20.
I think number 2 has a number 9 stuck on his chest. First down for the Dons. The ball is at their 22-yard line. Exactly 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Dons find themselves down 21-3 now.
And suddenly we're getting a fair number of possessions. Each team has had, well, there's been 5 in this quarter so far after 6 in the first half.
Oh, goodness. And another interception thrown on the far sideline. Oh, my goodness. That's 3. Guess who? Andrew Galindo with his 3rd pick of the night.
And basically that was like he was fielding a punt. I mean, he was just kind of hanging out there.
Just waiting for it to come down. Yeah. Wow.
They were trying to get that to number 7, Frank Gambardello, and Galindo was just hanging out.
Well, the Braves will take over at the Dawn 41-yard line now. If you're looking for early votes for player of the game, you might want to think number 17.
So 4:54.
Braves back on offense
at the 41-yard line of Center Bowl.
Yuri Barron flanked by Coleman, and the Braves will call a timeout.
Yeah.
4:54 left here in the third. Lompoc up 21-3. You are listening to the Game of the Week, version 2.0, right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
And the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. Rich is over there. Judy's back home. I'm Greg. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here tonight and all season long here on KPEG Radio, bringing you Lompoc and Cabrillo High School football. Next week, we will be back in the friendly confines of Houck Stadium.
Here for the next two.
Indeed.
Hopefully three.
Maybe even three, yeah. But next week, it'll be the San Marcos Royals coming to town to take on the Lompoc Braves.
It'll be homecoming.
Homecoming, that's right, huh? Homecoming next week.
Greg's favorite time of year.
Yes. We were just talking earlier, one year that we had traveling around, I think we had 5 homecomings and five homecoming broadcasts in one season.
I think it may have been more, but may have just seemed like more. But
we had our fill of tuxedos and evening dresses.
If you have never heard Greg and the tall bald guy discuss fashion, you have truly missed out.
Yeah, you're fortunate to miss it, actually. Back to football here, and the Yuri Barron will be wrapped up as he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got there.
You know, he was rolling left, and they cut him off until we tried to cut it back up in, and was not terribly successful. Lost about a yard.
Ball back to the 42. It'll be 2nd and 11. Clock running. Under 4.5 remaining here in the third. Braves will shift some personnel.
Drew Williams out, and Galindo coming back in.
Andrew will go wide left. We know he can catch the ball. Put him out there as receiver. Coleman sweeping to the right. Got a blocker on the corner. Little speed. And out of bounds around the 30.
And very close to a first down. I think he got there.
DeAndre Coleman kicking in the afterburners. Gets the ball down right at the 30-yard line. That'll move the chains. First down, Braves. Clock stop with 3:58 remaining here in the third. 21-3 is our score. The visiting Lompoc Braves on top. Currently traveling from right to left on your radio dial. One receiver to the near side. One man in motion. From the shotgun, quick throw out here to Galindo, the intended receiver, and that one was a little
high.
Just a bit high.
And it would have been painful had he caught it, because number 1, Dakota Hill, was waiting to stick a helmet in his back.
Perhaps fortunate that he didn't catch that. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Coleman in the backfield, high formation.
Yeah, just
DeAndre Coleman following his fullback right into the line.
Pickup of about 8.
Down to the 22 they go.
And that was just, we running, you try and tackle.
Yeah.
And Gambardella comes up off the bottom of the stack.
3rd down and 2 from the 22.
High formation.
One receiver up top.
Wing back in motion across the backfield.
Drew Williams
and a flag
inside the 15.
Flag down at the line of scrimmage.
Play good to the 13-yard line. Flag back at the 24. holding Braves. That will negate a nice run and a first down. And they'll pace this one off all the way back to the 32-yard line. So what would have been a first down is now third down and 12. At the 32, they need to get down to the 20.
Just over 3 minutes remaining here in the third.
Lompoc is going to send double stacks left. Don't see this very often from the Braves. 4 receivers left. Fake the handoff to Coleman. Uribarren will keep it himself and get a minimal gain down to about the 30.
I don't think that's quite what they wanted to happen.
No.
Pick up of about 2. Number 13 on the stop. That's Jeremiah Phillips.
Do we have another flag? Officials are discussing something. The yard marker hasn't moved yet. We have a zebra huddle at the 30.
Your favorite thing in all the world.
Mm-hmm. Besides flags and whistles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're looking for... Okay, well, just run the clock. Right? All of that to run the clock. Okay, so they'll give him 2 yards. It'll be... Should be fourth down, right?
Yeah, third down because the hold wiped out. You're right.
It should be fourth down, and the down marker still says third. So I don't know what's going on here. And a real trick play here, completed pass out to, my goodness, Jacob Nunez.
Oh, yes.
Cameron Uribarren rolling out to the right. He stopped dead in his tracks, turned around, threw a lateral all the way across the field to Jacob Nunez, a 6'4", 270-pound offensive lineman, who then rumbled and stumbled his way down to the 18-yard line for a first down.
Lined up at left tackle. And because it's a lateral, it's a legal play.
All right.
Oh, goodness. Did we mention this game has been a little off? A little unusual.
I guarantee you won't see that play again tonight. Drew Williams takes the handoff, bounces off a tackle at the 15, powers his way inside the 10, and gets stacked up around the 8.
Very close to the first down, maybe just a smidgen short.
Oh, my goodness. Jacob Nunez woke up this morning and didn't realize he was going to catch a pass tonight. I can tell you that.
Not a pass.
Looking at the spot here to see if it's a first down, and it is. Give Drew Williams 10 yards. Give the Braves a first down at the 8. First down goal. Yeah, put at the 9, sorry.
22 seconds when they restarted the clock, and we may get a playoff, but the clock is rolling pretty quickly here. I think they're just going to wait.
Inside 10 seconds, and indeed, the Braves will just head to the sideline and let the clock expire on the third quarter. So we're done with 36 minutes finished here at La Playa Stadium tonight. Our score is Lompoc 21, Santa Barbara 3. You are listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network. Actually, Nunez caught the ball pretty well, but it was the running part that I think threw him a little bit. He got a couple nice blocks downfield, but...
You did a fine job catching that ball. You really did. Kudos to Jacob.
But, I'm not sure he's used to running great distances because...
I thought he did a great job. And what creative play calling by the Braves offensive coaches. I'll tell you what.
Took possession of that right around the 32-33. Made a nice pickup, but Turf Monster almost got him at once.
So we'll turn around and head the other direction. The Braves will have a, what will they have? First down and goal from the 8-yard line. That's what they'll have. Now heading to the right, away from the harbor.
Mm-hmm. Well, parallel to the harbor, away from the...
Well, the boats are to our left, so... Yeah, all the pretty boats with the lights are to our left.
Yeah, it kind of trails over here, the parking lot over across the way.
Sometimes it's hard to remember to watch the football game when you're sitting up here, and there's so many pretty things to look at. Okay, first and goal. Drew Williams off a left tackle. We'll get down to about the 5.
Yeah, pick up a good solid 3.
Just outside the 5-yard line, second and goal for the Braves from there.
Jeremiah Phillips on the stop again.
Braves will shuffle in some new personnel.
Mm-hmm. Might see the full house right about
now. Yeah, that's the customary formation for the Braves in this neck of the woods, but this is a new era. We are in shotgun on 2nd and 5.
And
whistles and flags, false start Braves. So from 2nd and goal at the 5, we're 2nd and goal at the 10. Actually, the 10 and a half. Clock running, approaching the 11-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Braves up 21-3, trying to add on to that here real quick. It will be a good insurance touchdown, although the Dons have been
stymied,
pretty ineffective so far offensively tonight. Sweeping to the right, that is Drew Williams diving for the pylon. Touchdown, Braves. Attaboy, Drew. You earned that one.
Yeah, that was mostly speed.
And that'll take us to 27-3 with the point after coming up. Yeah, a little bit of celebration beginning for the Lompoc Braves now. And some of the Dons fans heading up the stairs.
Mm-hmm. 10:47 remaining in regulation.
Or as Chick Hearn would have said, watch out in the parking lot. Here they come. Point after is away. It is up. It is perfect. So with 10:47 remaining here in the 4th quarter, Lompoc has extended its lead. It's now Braves 28, Dons 3. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
So coming into the night, the Channel League standings were Lompoc 2-0. San Inez, Dos Pueblos 2-1.
Santa Barbara 1-1.
San Marcos 1-2, and then Cabrillo rounding it out at 0-3. So if this score holds up, the Braves will remain perfect in league at 3-0. Santa Barbara will drop into a 3-way tie for second. Oops, sorry. San Inez and Dos Pueblos will be tied for second. Santa Barbara will drop to 1-2, tied with San Marcos.
Mm-hmm. Kickoff about 5 yards deep in the end zone.
So Alex Gonzalez doing his job well, keeping the return team off the field. The Dons will take over once again from their 20-yard line after another touchback. With 10:47 remaining in the 4th.
And the real nice thing about the Channel League situation is the Braves, yes, will be up a game on those San Inez and DP, but they'll actually be up 2 because they hold the tiebreaker against both teams, having beat them in head-to-head competition.
That's exactly right. So regardless of what may happen the next couple of weeks, the Braves are looking really good with a win tonight.
And they have effectively clinched a playoff spot tonight. If they can hold on for another 10:47.
This would clinch a playoff berth and at least a share, right, of the Channel League Championship. I think. Mm-hmm. So, here we go for the Dons. 1st and 10 from their 20. 5 receivers. Now 1 in motion. Fake the handoff. Under pressure, gets away from 1. We'll dump this one off. We'll throw out of bounds. Just throw this one away to stay alive. Deacon Hill just running for his life back there. Throws that one into the Santa Barbara bench area.
Throw it in the general vicinity of Jackson Gonzalez.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Braves defense doing a really nice job tonight. They've given up some little short passing stuff, nothing deep, really. They've been on top of it tonight.
They had that one play that set up the field goal, but that's really kind of been it.
4 receivers this time. A little running play up the middle will go virtually nowhere, about a yard.
That was 22, Ty Montgomery on the carry, and he was stopped by number 29. Guess who that is?
Who is it?
Mr. Coleman. Pickup of
a player formerly known as number 1.
We will now indicate with numerical signals his identity. Oh, good job by the offensive line that time.
Nice protection. High throw, incomplete on the far sideline. Still bouncing around on the track on the far side. We almost made it to the street.
Yeah. Dakota Hill tried to track that thing down, but
need a ladder and
a butterfly net.
Yeah. 4th down and 9, and the Dons will be forced to punt from their own 21. This is the first Don punt of the night?
I think they lined up for it once.
1 man deep for the Braves right at the 50-yard line.
Left footer.
Kick is away.
Nick Dominguez hasn't skipped past him. I don't know if he touched it or not.
He'll pick it up at about the 30, and will get tripped up. And finally tackled at the 35. That could have been dangerous. But as it is, the Braves will have a 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Disaster averted. And now Lompoc will have an opportunity to run out some clock with 9:37 remaining here in the 4th. Lompoc up 28-3. All they want is to see the clock run to 0 at this point. Good time for a 9-minute, 37-minute drive. Those are hard to come by, though.
Yeah, well, that's the first possession that Santa Barbara's had to have that did not end in an interception.
Here's a little sweep by the Braves and a hard hit at the 39-yard line.
I think that was Drew Williams.
That was
3.
That was Kylan Daniels.
Yeah, instead of
back in the game.
32. But he got hit.
Yeah, he got walloped at the 39 and basically stopped forward motion instantly.
Yeah. Well, his motion went from horizontal to vertical and then quickly to horizontal again, going the other direction. It was fairly impressive.
4 yards on the carry. Coleman will get this carry, and he gets whacked at the 41-yard line. Got straightened up. Still some hitting going on down there, that's for sure. Gain of about 2 on that one to the 41. It'll be 3rd down.
And 5.
And about 4. They need to get out to the 45. They're at the 41.
Long 4, short 5.
Either way, it's all good. 8.5 left here in the 4th. Ray is looking at 3rd down. 1 receiver right. And flags will blow this play dead before it starts.
Against Lompoc.
I'll start.
Told you it was all.
Yep. Moving back 5. Now it's at the 36. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Funny thing about the term illegal procedure, Mike?
Yeah.
Isn't every penalty really, when you get down to it, an illegal procedure?
Mm-hmm.
Something you shouldn't be doing.
That's why they kind of tend to not use it much anymore. They tend to go with false start or illegal motion or some other such thing.
Something a little more specific. 3rd down and 9. Here, Baron.
Changes directions about 6 times and picks up
about 4, but down to the 39 they'll put it, so give him 3. And it'll be 4th down for the Braves, 4th and about 6. And we may actually see a Braves punt.
Yeah, and we're hearing that Levon Coleman could not find his number, so.
Andre?
We know. That's why he changed his number, because I kept confusing him with Levon.
Okay, yeah. Who wore number 1, if I recall.
Yeah. So evidently he couldn't find his number, so we now have another mystery on our
So
hands.
I was right. His jersey was lost in the laundry.
Don't know where it disappeared, but
fair catch called for and made at the 30-yard line after Lompoc punts this one away.
Nice punt by Gonzalez.
We got 6:52 left here in the 4th. Braves lead 28-3. Lompoc unable to grind some yardage out and take a whole lot of time off that clock there, but they'll give the Dons an opportunity to try and do something that they haven't done all night, and that's punch one in the end zone.
Starting at their own 30.
Really pleased with the defensive performance of the Braves tonight there. We knew we were going to get thrown at, and they were prepared, and they've done a fine job.
Yeah, they've started to get some pressure in the second half, and they've done a real good job running the umbrella defense.
Little check down pass across the middle, complete, and down at the 38.
Got hit by 3 guys. That was number 11, Jackson Gonzalez, on the reception. 29 and a couple friends on the stop. Pickup of about 9.
Yeah, give it 2nd and 1.
Got
3 receivers up top.
Got Carson Ranny in at defensive tackle now. The subs are starting to work their way in.
Screen pass to the right, complete. Got a couple blockers out front. We'll get across the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
And stopped by another Ranny.
They're everywhere.
Yep.
First down for the Dons from their own 47. Again, 4 wides for Santa Barbara. Deacon Hill back to pass. Plenty of protection. Throws this one deep down the near sideline. And it's complete at the 50. Tackled right there. That was Gambardella on the catch.
Yeah. Scenario on the stop.
That is the Oscar variety. Santa Barbara wants to go quickly here. They'll have a first down at the Brave 13. Finally, they get the chains in place, and we can go 4 receivers. First and 10 from the 13. Running play. Got some room here on the near side.
Ooh, nice cut.
Splits through 2 defenders at the 5 and gets down to about the 2.
Finally stopped by Galen Daniels.
Clock running. First and goal for the Dons from the Braves 3-yard line. Or is it the 2-yard line? Hard to say. Quarterback fakes the handoff, dives to the end zone, just gets the ball across the line. Touchdown, Dons. Took them 3.5 quarters. But they finally got the ball in the end zone. And it's now 28-9.
We'll see if they go for two. Looks like they might be staying out there.
And they will indeed go for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they're trying to get some other players in.
They seem to be missing a man. Now they've got 11 out there. That'll work better.
They were one short, two came out, one went back.
Slant pattern across the center. That will be picked off, and the drive will be no good. Picked off by Coleman.
Yep.
Non-returnable.
At this level.
And we got pass interference called against the Braves. So we'll try this again. Can you imagine, Mike?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. Presumably they'll have the proper number of players out for this one.
Yep.
Will be helpful. Always works better when you have all 11.
Mm-hmm. And only 11.
Yes. So one more time with feeling. 3 up top, 2 to the near side. We'll try this again. Deacon Hill all by himself in the backfield. 3-step drop, under pressure, throws on the run, complete at the back of the end zone, the point is good.
And that was Jackson Gonzalez again.
Catches that one right on the end line. 2-point conversion is good, and it's now 28-11. Score you don't hear every day.
No.
Now one would think we are probably in onside kick territory. We've already seen several of them tonight. In situations where you wouldn't expect to. Now we expect to see one, and probably won't, the way tonight's going.
It has been somewhat different.
5:28 remaining here in the fourth. 28-11 now is the score. Braves on top, and we'll see what the Dons decide to do here on this kickoff.
Kind of interesting to play. Everybody's on one side of the stadium, and so they've got a gate across the middle of the running track, and the Lompoc cheerleaders on one side and the Don cheerleaders on the other.
Yes, it would be absolute sacrilege to build visitors' stands on the other side of this field and block the view. Don't even think about it. Okay, so the Dons will line up. They've got 6 guys here on an unbalanced line to the left of the ball on our side. Braves have 10 guys within 10 yards of the ball.
5-and-5 hands team.
Nice high bounce. Ooh, ball rolled a little bit, but fielded by the Braves at the 47-yard line. They'll take possession.
Who came up with it? That was number 25. David Galarza.
Interesting to note that Cameron Uribarren was out there on that kickoff return team as well. So they had all the hands people out.
Yeah, he definitely has hands.
So first down Braves at their own 47. Now's the time when you want to grind out some yards.
Yeah, like 5
run
and a
down
half
some
minutes.
clock.
5:28 to be exact.
High formation. Coleman.
Ooh,
flag comes down as Coleman goes down at about the 45.
That's the 45 of Santa Barbara. He picked up about 8, but they're going to walk it back.
Holding Braves. I thought we saw a lot of penalties last night.
We did.
Yes, we did, and I'm seeing more than I care to this evening as well.
Yeah,
there's some pretty sloppy play going on.
This is like Flag Fest 2.
10 yards from the spot of the foul will mark this all the way back to the Braves, 38. Still first down. But now first down and 20, looks like.
Hmm. 5:14 remaining in regulation.
Again with the I formation. Uribarren pitches to Coleman. Goes outside to the left. Follows some blockers, gets some room, and gets pushed out of bounds somewhere around the original line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
A little shy of that, actually. Looks like he stepped out about the 45.
Charlie Figueroa stopping him, coming out from his linebacker spot. Gain of about 8.
It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Braves from their own 45-yard line. The good news is the clock is rolling. Inside 4.5 left here in the fourth. Lompoc with the 28-11 lead. One receiver here to the near side. Here comes the blitz.
And it's blocked.
And there goes Leandre Coleman.
And they managed to seal the linebackers inside, and they left him a lane, and he took it.
He took it in a hurry all the way down to the Santa Barbara 38-yard line. First down, Lompoc from there. Down to 4 minutes left here in the game. That's what you need to do. Galindo will go wide left. The sole receiver for the Braves.
High formation, wind back in motion. Another nice run.
Now Drew Williams on the carry this time. Gets down close to the 31-yard line. Picked up of about 8, I think.
7 or 8.
Second down, second and about 2 for the Braves from the 31. Clock running, approaching the 3-minute mark.
Braves in absolutely no hurry.
Nor should they be.
Galindo out wide left. Gayton is the wingback.
Uribarren hands off to Williams.
Nice block.
Picking up some nice moves and gets down to the 20-yard line. More than enough to move the chains for the Braves.
That was a really nice block in there by Jesus Corrales, who was in there at fullback. And after playing defensive end all night, that's
down to the 21. Go the Braves. First and 10 from there. 2:40 remaining.
Gambardella made the stop on Drew Williams on that last one.
Cam under center to give to Williams again. Straight up the middle he'll go, close to the 15-yard line.
Pickup of about 7 again.
Yeah. That'll work. Right at the 15. That's where they spotted. It'll be second down and 4.
Stop made by Jacob Forney.
As we approach the 2-minute mark here.
Under 2.
High formation for the Braves once again. Fakes the handoff to Uribarren. Little drop-off pass at the 10 complete.
And that's Corrales.
Jesus Corrales fighting his way to about the 8-yard line.
He basically had both arms around the ball and was just chucking people with his shoulders. And it's like, hey, get off, get off.
Interesting to see the ball in the air at this point, but okay, it works. First down and goal. The ball at the 8-yard line. Clock running, 1:35 remaining. They're just practicing that play for later.
And getting it on film so other people can see it.
Here, Barron from the shotgun now. Off a right tackle, inside the 5, down to about the 2, then pushed back. See the spot. Yep, looks like the 2-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. Inside a minute remaining, however. The Braves will have to snap the ball one more time. I would expect to see your favorite formation here in just a second, Mike.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to come out and run a play. They're in the eye.
Under center, the handoff.
Wingback motion.
Did he get in?
Yeah, I think he's just shy.
Looks like he stopped short.
Drew Williams again.
That'll make it 3rd and goal, but running out of time with only 20 seconds to go. The ball just inside the 1.
No, inside 15, and they do not have to snap it.
Although Ereberg comes sprinting out
and they're
to the huddle. They're
6, 5.
They're lining up. I don't think they're going to get it off in time.
3, 2.
And they do not. I think he was just taking a knee anyway, from the looks of things. Anyway, that's zeros on the clock. That's what the Braves are looking for. And our final score will be 28-11. The Braves come up with a victory. An unusual game, but they'll take the W.
They'll take the W. I'm not sure I want to see a game like that ever again.
No.
Certainly not back-to-back games like we've had this weekend.
It's an interesting doubleheader we had for you this week.
But just way, way, way too many penalties and mental mistakes.
I'll tell you what, the Braves have got the win. They're going to be going to the playoffs. They've guaranteed themselves that. They're going to guarantee themselves at least a piece of the Channel League Championship tonight. But I'll tell you something, there's some things to clean up. And when the playoffs start, if they play like this,
they will lose.
They're not going to go very far.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Well, the teams are out there congratulating one another on a good game. There's no more late hits and personal fouls at this point, so that's the good news. But I'll tell you what, the Braves, they're 3-0, and you can't argue with that.
No, but the coaches are going to have a long list of things to work on this week.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, 2 games left in the regular season. San Marcos next week, the big game against Cabrillo 2 weeks from tonight, and then we'll start talking Division III playoff brackets. So stay tuned, folks. It's going to get interesting when that happens.
And we do know one thing about Division III, Greg.
What's that?
All the teams we could possibly play are far, far away.
Far away. So, yes, I'm so looking forward to it. Can you say I-5?
Yeah. Can you say way out there? I believe the farthest one was 230 miles.
39 miles away, and let's not even think about that right now. Yeah. We're going to be happy we got a victory tonight, and we only had to drive 60 miles to do it.
Yeah. The 2 closest ones are Moore Park and Newberry Park.
And they're not going to make the playoff.
Well, Moore Park's probably going to make it. Newberry Park is most likely not.
Yeah.
And Moore Park is just this side of the hill from Simi Valley, if you want to know how far that was.
So, yes, and we were just there, weren't we? Yeah.
Where we started the season.
Mm-hmm.
Simi Valley, by the way, is 6-2 on the season. So
hey, well, good. All right.
So they're doing pretty good.
Well, the Braves are 3-0 in league and 6-2 on the year.
Mm-hmm.
And on their way to a playoff berth here in a couple of weeks. Come up with the 28-11 victory here tonight at La Playa Stadium. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, next week we will be back on the air from Houck Stadium when these very same Lompoc Braves host the San Marcos Royals in their homecoming game. Pre-game starts at 6:45. Kickoff scheduled for 7 o'clock. We hope you can join us for that one as well. So, for Judy Baker back at the studio, Rich Gracek and Mike Loney to my right, my name is Greg Ratcliffe. Thank you so much for joining us. Our final score once again from La Playa, the Braves 28, the Dons 11. See you next week, everybody. Good night from La Playa Stadium.
Hi, this is head coach